Hi, I'm Michael Hackard, founder of Hackard Law. Trusts are designed to bring clarity, to answer the hard questions before they turn into courtroom battles. But sometimes, after a loved one passes, a handwritten note surfaces, a short letter, a scribbled message, something like, give the house to Kevin, or Jenny needs the money more than the charity. It's personal, it's emotional, and it throws everything into doubt. So the question becomes, can a handwritten note override a trust? Let's talk about what California law says and what you need to know. What makes a trust so powerful? A trust isn't casual. It's a formal legal document, usually drafted by attorneys, meant to clearly state how someone's assets will be managed and distributed. And to change or revoke a trust, the law sets procedures. The person creating the trust, called the settlor, must follow those procedures or meet very specific legal standards. So when a handwritten note shows up after someone has passed, the court asks, does this meet the standard or is it just a personal expression? When a handwritten note might matter. There are times when a handwritten note can legally change a trust, but only under certain conditions. Here are four key questions courts consider. One, did the trust say how it should be changed? If the trust required changes to be notarized or delivered to a trustee, and that didn't happen, the note might not hold up. But under California probate code, courts sometimes allow informal changes if the trust language leaves room. Two, is it a holographic document? If the note is entirely handwritten, dated, and signed by the person who made the trust, it might qualify as a valid amendment, but it must be clear. Vague notes, or ones that sound more like a personal wish, often don't meet the standard. Three, was the person mentally competent? The note was written when the person was ill, confused, or under pressure. Its legal power can crumble. Courts often hear from doctors, caregivers, and handwriting experts before making a decision. Four, was there undue influence? If the person benefiting from the note had control, isolated the trustor, or pressured them, the court may view the note with deep suspicion. Real world cases. We've handled, at Hackard Law, we've seen firsthand how these situations unfold. A sticky note found in a drawer. One child gets singled out. Give the house to Kevin. He's always helped me. The other siblings claim it was manipulated or forged. The trust said all children were equal. The note tore that apart. A vague letter. The savings go to my niece. What savings from which account? The trust had already assigned those funds elsewhere. Everyone had a different and self-serving interpretation. Multiple conflicting notes, four separate letters, all saying something different. Give the house to Maria. Split it, sell it, and donate it. Let the kids decide. None of the notes formally revoked the trust. The court had to decide what, if anything, still counted. Intent versus process. What really matters? And court judges care about intent, but they also care about process. Yes, they want to honor someone's final wishes, but they also have to protect the estate from fraud, confusion, and manipulation. A note that's clear, dated, signed, and written with a sound mind might be accepted. A note that's vague, unsigned, or written under questionable circumstances, far less likely. What you should do if you're involved in a dispute. If you're a beneficiary who's been cut out by a note, don't assume it's final. At Hackard Law, we work on both sides of these disputes. Whether we're defending a trust or challenging a suspicious document, we know how to tell the full story with facts, evidence, and respect. A handwritten note may carry emotional weight, but whether it carries legal weight is another story. In California, trust law honors intent, but it also demands process and clarity. If you're facing a dispute like this, don't guess your way through it. Let us help you protect what matters most, your loved one's legacy and your legal rights. I'm Michael Hackard. Thank you for watching.